Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Makar Kadash, and the Heavenly Father. True name is Yahweh and his unbegotten Son, Bahashem, in the name of Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai. Those are the true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, the Lashdash, the Holy Tongue. And I say Barakatham to the elders and apostles, Ba'akim, Ba'akwaf. And I say Shalom. And this is a sit down lesson that I want to bring out the prophecy updates as of June the 16th, 2026. Hold on for a second. Salaki. Just a sec. Let me see if I'm probably might be able to already. Let me see. Oh yeah, I did it already. I'm tripping. I'm tripping. Let me rephrase that. This is a Wars and Rumors of Wars news updates as of June 16, 2026. Yeah, this is Wars and Rumors of Wars, June 16, 2026, on this Tuesday afternoon. And as we've been seeing, rising tensions been heating up between Russia and Ukraine, especially it was like a cult. I think it was like what was that great the UK army troops they had got on this ship. It was like a Russian ship, I believe, like a Russian oil tank fleet ship that they had I think that they had stopped. And then you had the UK Army was inside that ship. They had flagged down a ship, an oil container shadow fleet ship. I think it was like day before yesterday. And then you've been having previously tensions been rising between Great Britain of London versus Russia. Because the European Union and NATO and its allies been having increasing on and off back and forth tensions be heating up between Russia. So keep that in mind as well too. And this is a news article from RT.com, and it reads, as of June 16, 2026, and last updated June 16, 2026, Russia frigid fires warning shots in English Channel. The admirer Garakovich fired shots at a last resort, the Russian Defense Ministry has said. A Russian vessel has fired warning shots near a British yacht sailing on a dangerous trajectory in the English Channel, the Russian Defense Minister has said, adding that the shots were fired when all options have been exhausted. The admirer Angela Gorosvik was sailing in the international waters between the Isles of Wight and Normandy shortly before midday on Tuesday.
Hello, Moto.
So they fired warning shots at that. So I'm gonna read rest. Leave it that. Yeah, leave it at that. It says the Bank Japan lift rates up to the highest since 1995. Israel to form extremist settlers. Media reports. G7 no longer runs the world. It says India. Well, I think that was like it was like a week ago that India performed a revealing of their upgradable ballistic missile. And then now, as of today, I think like a week and a half later, now you have India test its own Tomahawk missiles. It says the long-range land attack cruise missiles designed to strike deeper into the enemy's territory, flies low to invade radar. India has tested a flight test of the indigenously developed long-range land attack cruise missile, the LRLACM, boosting the country's deep and precise precision strike capability. Yep, so leave it at that.
Hello, Moto.
Scam call. Check out some more. Check out some more wars and rumors of wars. Check out the Jerusalem Post. It says report leaks of a U.S. deal shows Israel not mentioned. The IDF continues to strike Lebanon. Yeah, because you still got the you still got the pro-Iranian groups of Hezbollah as defense force cross-border conflict still heating up. So they wasn't part of that deal, but Lebanon was. Because Iran was asking to have a full withdrawal from the aggression from the Israel Defense Force, but I think the Israel Defense Force declined that, so they're not going to withdraw their soldiers from there. So they're going to continue to deep strikes into Lebanon and potentially Beirut as well too, while the cross-border conflict between Lebanon and Israel still heating up of the pro-Iranian groups of Hezbollah versus the Israel Defense Force cross-border conflict still heating up, So till then, always from Tuesday into now, Tuesday into Friday, the tensions might escalate and it might heat back up. Despite the fact this deal is supposed to be signed between Iran and the United States. And I believe Lebanon was included in that deal, so they won't do no more aggressive airstrikes. And that's why you have Iran wanted to have the Israel Defense Force part of this deal, but they wasn't part of that deal. And I believe Mike Huckabee was saying that Israel is not part of that deal. I believe he reported that from a time of Israel. So I just want to add a side note to that. It says that U.S. framework seen impacting the Israel-Lebanon negotiation, diplomatic tells the Post. All right, check out some more news articles in regards to wars, rumors of wars.
Hello, Moto.
Slovakia for that. It says Raziela Pahlavi condemns the U.S.-Iran MOU warns it will strengthen its Tehran regime. It says Iran will allow to sell oil immediately under the Trump news MOU. It says U.S. denied Israel request to view the Iranian deal prior to signing ceremony, sources told Post. It says Hezbollah links future Iran-U.S. talks to withdraw from Lebanon, which that's not going to happen. Because Benjamin Netanyahu stated that, what was it, yesterday or the day before yesterday, his army cabinet mentioned that they're not going to fully withdraw from Lebanon. So that lets you know tensions are still going to heat up.
Hello.
It says Trump says Israel's fighting Hezbollah too long as Lebanon war drags on. Oh yeah, and then you had Trump. I think he had, as I quoted him, I forgot what news article it was from. I think it's from RT.com or Time of Israel. Let me see if I can find it. Because he was saying that even if even if they signed the deal and then the war is still going on between Lebanon and Israel, he was saying that the war is still. He was saying that I think he was saying that it's not going to affect the deal between them and Iran, despite the fact Israel Defense Force still going to stay. Their military army is still going to be still occupying the southern part of Lebanon. And then this is a news article from the time of Israel 10 minutes ago. It says Iran's military commander threatens retaliation if Israel keeps up the southern Lebanon offense. So, if that's the case, right? So if that's the case, that lets you know most likely Iran is going to retaliate in their strike, despite the fact they're going to sign this ceremonial deal between the United States and them on Friday in Switzerland. It says, I'll read this, see if there's more to the story. Yeah, this is updated 16 minutes ago. It says, I'm reading it again. Iran's military commander threatens retaliation if Israel keeps up southern Lebanon offense, which they still going to continue to do because they still going to have their military campaign and more military operation from the Israel Defense Force going against the Hezbollah soldiers between the borders of Israel and Lebanon. It says Israel says concerns that Iran will use a 60-day negotiation period used to fast track nuclear program. Jerusalem kept out of the loop on an Iranian deal, reportedly due to the concerns that will leak it. It says an Iranian military commander warns it will respond if Israel keep up southern Lebanon defense.
Hello, Moto.
Spam calls. Sorry. Yeah, so this is this is more to the story. I know I kept on repeating it over and over again like a record player, so Slocky for that. So this is by Reuters from the time of Israel staff, published 15 minutes ago. It says Iran's top joint military commander, Qassem al-Anbaliya, the central headquarters, said that Israel shall expect a hard response from the Iranian armed forces if it does not stop its attacks, which is still going to continue. They still going to continue their attacks. And Hezbollah, they're going to continue their attacks as well too. It says its attacks on southern Lebanon a day after Tehran and Washington announced a deal to end the regional war. Tehran has insisted that the memorandum of the understanding requires Israel to halt its offense, which that's not going to happen, not anytime soon. Even if Friday come, they sign that deal, they still going to have their offense against Hezbollah, a claim that both Jerusalem and Washington has disputed. So we'll bring up that Matthew's 24th chapter, then I'm closed out. This was just a very quick wars and rumors of wars news updates. So even if they do sign that deal Friday coming up at Switzerland between Iran and the United States, so that lets you know the Israel.
Hello, Moto.
So that lets you know the offense between Hezbollah versus Israel Defense Force is going to continue to increase. This is the book of Matthew 24 verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. Right, that's what we're hearing. Wars and rumors of wars between Hezbollah versus the Israel Defense Force, Russia versus Ukraine. Now these rising tensions between Great Britain, their armies of London versus Russian armies, and then the Russia and Ukraine situation intensifying, and then you got the Belarus and Russia together versus the European Union, NATO, and its allies. That's what you call wars and rumors of wars. You still got China versus Taiwan. That's still heating up. You still got Pakistan versus Afghanistan. That's still heating up. You still got North Korea versus South Korea, Japan, United States. That's still heating up. You still got China versus the Philippines. That's still heating up. You still got China versus Taiwan. That's still heating up as well too. And that's what you call wars and rumors of wars. And you should hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be done trouble for all these things must first come to pass, but then it's not yet. Right, it's going to come to pass, but not going to hit you yet. Matthews 24:7, for nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom, which goes to Ethnos. There should be famines and pestilence, earthquakes in diverse places, right along with it. So with that, hopefully this sit down lesson was edifying of the wars or rumors of wars news updates as of June the 16th, 2026. So with that, all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wakar Kadash, and the Heavenly Father. True name is Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, Bahashem, in the name of Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. Those are the true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, the lost without the holy tongue. And I said Barak them to the elders and apostles with Akim wa Aqua. Until next time, I would say Kwame Asherallah in the Ball. Shalom. Just a beautiful soccer. What's victory sound like?